Hey Grand Prairie, this is Dave from Pita Pit, and this is I've had a lot of thoughts over the last few weeks about certain things, and I've decided that I want to share them, and I want to put it in context where hopefully I can create a bit of a movement locally from these thoughts and these ideas that I want to share with you right now. And it has to do with partly with supporting local business, especially in the times that we're in and everything that's going on. There's been a lot of controversy, let's say, about certain bailouts, all right? So let's just call it as it is. I want to be very raw and real and not hold anything back here, but we've got some pretty big examples of this here in our own local community. Of course, we've got the crazy national and international bailouts like the banks that the U.S. government bailed out, automakers, Bombardier in Quebec, Air Canada. These are all historical kind of bailouts of big national and multinational companies that have happened. On a local scale, we've got kind of the same thing happening here just in recent times. And hear me out to the end here, because I know that there's a lot of people that have a lot of emotion invested in these things and some pretty big opinions. So, for example, right, we've got the Storm. We've got our junior team, the Storm, that would put out the S.O.S. and was purchased and it was forgiven some of the debt to the city and to the building. We've got our SPCA, which is in a bailout situation right now, trying to get back going again. We've got the Bear Creek Folk Festival that just happened this past summer that received some money, in a bailout situation from our city. And you know what? Don't get me wrong. I actually am okay with all of those things. And in fact, I am personally, and with my business, a supporter of these things. I'm involved with the Storm right now. I've done fundraising for the SPCA. I attended the Folk Festival and believe that it should come back. So I am not saying that we shouldn't have these things, but I want to put it in context of business as well. Because there's a lot of businesses in our community, in our province, in our region that are suffering. And, again, this isn't a sob story for the business owners. This is our bed that we've made, and we've got to lie in them, and that's okay. There are employees and there are business owners, and we need both. But with the business owners particularly, again, this is my perspective because I've been seeing it. I have a lot of friends now who are business owners who have shut down this year, who have lost their businesses. They've gone into receivership, they've gone into foreclosure, they've gone bankrupt. And in some cases, it is what it is. That's just the way it's going to go. And in other cases, it's complete and utter BS. It's completely unfair. And it usually has to do with a little bit of number crunching from some bigwig somewhere in an office that has no real idea about the real situation on the ground. Now, life is unfair. Stuff's going to happen, right? Fair enough. But there are lots of situations where there are businesses in this community that probably shouldn't be shutting down that are, okay? And number one, again, it's not about just the business owner. It's about all the people that are employed there. It's also about the service that whatever that company is providing for the community, right? So I think the point here is that, actually, I got to give another example because this came up last week. Now, North America and the world is ready to save Nelly, right? Nelly is a couple of million behind in tax payments with the IRS in the States. And so all of a sudden, everybody is streaming his music online. So he gets half a cent from every stream to try to everybody's trying to save Nelly from the $2 million that he owes in back taxes. I mean, that's just crazy to me. Okay, I agree with the other bailouts and savings that I talked about before, but come on, really, Nelly? And you know what? if you want to stream his music and save him, fine. I'm not saying that it's wrong, but I'm saying let's restructure our priorities a little bit and let's look at some local stuff to work on and to save as well, right? The point is we need to support each other. We need to lift each other up. We need to support our own local economy. Right here in Grand Prairie, look at all the garbage that's been happening with the construction on some of the major roadways, right? So you've got all the construction on 68th Avenue that is killing local business in that area. That stuff needs to be done. Could it have been planned better? Probably, maybe, I don't know. I'm not saying I know the answers. But the way it's been done and how long it's taking and how those businesses are hurting, both across in the new section across from the Eastlink Center and also down on 68th by Poplar Drive, all those businesses are suffering tremendously because of that construction. We've got examples here downtown where construction is like 3, 4, 5 times longer, being delayed in how it's going, and it's affecting those businesses where businesses literally have to shut down for days when they weren't intending to in the first place, and it's hurting business. Now, some of these businesses are doing what they can. They're getting on social media, they're getting support and things like that, but I think we can do better, okay? Beyond that, like I said, there's plenty of businesses that have shut down, but there's also a lot of businesses right now that are hurting, not just from the construction, but they're just hurting. They're just having a hard time because this downturn in our economy has been long. It's been dragging, and I know everybody's felt it one way or another. A lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people have had to move away, things like that. And that's just what it is. I'm speaking from my perspective. Pita Pit in Grand Prairie is one of those businesses. We're hurting because it's been a long, dragging road, and it's tough to continue to be viable in this kind of environment. Now, I feel as though things are starting to turn around, okay? That is the buzz and the feel that I've been getting in the community and in the region, that things are starting to come back. And, over this fall and winter, I think we're going to start seeing things improving again, and that's awesome. But in the meantime, here's my plea, all right? I want to support all of those other businesses that I talked about, the ones that are under construction, all the other local businesses that are out there, all of my, and I don't believe in competition, but all of my neighbors, all of my other, restaurants in town, let's support them, okay? So just keep that in mind when you're out there making buying decisions. Think about maybe a business that is, that is having a hard time and could use a little more sales, right? Switch it up once in a while, right? If you get your catering from one particular place all the time, switch it up. Get some catering from somewhere else. So this is absolutely 100% a marketing ploy on my part to earn your business, okay? Period. Full story, full stop, total transparency. At the same time, it's not just for me. It's for all those other businesses out there. Let's support local. Let's support, the small mom and pop shops and the franchises and the big chains, because it's all local ownership that owns all these places. So let's support them. Let's give them our love, and let's all get through this together. So that's it. Hope to see you here at the pit and earn your business here. And that's it. Put your comments below. I know we're going to get some haters because I'm going to put this out different places and on the big groups and that, and see what kind of feedback we get. So I hope to hear from my fellow business owners here in Grand Prairie and in the region and anywhere. Tag your business in the comments below. Put your 2 cents into it, and it is what it is. That's my rant. That's my fun. Hopefully you got this far and got something out of it. I look forward to seeing you here at the pit, and I'm going to continue to support all the other businesses as well. Love you, Grand Prairie. Take care. Bye-bye.